So you thought AI was moving fast before? Well, buckle up. The world, and I mean this literally, changed in just the last 2 weeks. Today, we're going to break down exactly how. All right, let's get right into it.
I mean, just picture it. You're not comparing flights anymore. You're not scrolling through a million hotel reviews. Nope. You just tell your browser, hey, I want a beach vacation. And poof, it handles the whole thing. That sounds like sci-fi, right?
Well, that's the crazy part. This isn't some far-off prediction. These are real, actual updates that rolled out while we were all, just living our lives. The biggest companies on the planet just flipped a switch. The future isn't coming. It's here, and it's moving at warp speed.
So we're going to break down the 3 biggest stories you absolutely need to know. First up, a wild new video tool that can literally put you in a movie. Then, we'll look at how the apps you use every single day just got a major brain upgrade. And finally, we're going to follow the money. We're talking about a financial boom so huge it's changing the job market as we know it.
All right, first on the list is something that feels like actual magic. OpenAI, the folks who brought us ChatGPT, they just dropped something called Sora 2. And believe me, it is a total game changer for anyone who creates, anything. So here's the deal. You type a simple sentence, something silly like, a cat ice skating on a frozen lake, and out pops a 60-second totally realistic video. And I'm not talking about some clunky animation, no. This looks like a Hollywood film crew went out and shot it.
But this is where it gets really nuts and personal. There's this feature called cameos. It's so simple. You record like 15 seconds of your face and voice. That's it. The AI then makes a digital you, an avatar. And then, you can drop yourself into any video you can possibly imagine. Want to skydive over a volcano? Give a speech on the moon? It's now just a few clicks away.
And it gets even better. The AI handles all the audio. We're talking sound effects, music, even dialogue, and it's all perfectly synced up. People, actual creators, are already using this to crank out full-on YouTube videos in under an hour, without a camera. Just let that sink in for a second.
This quote just nails it perfectly. That huge gap between having a cool idea in your head and actually showing it to someone? Yeah, that just, poof, vanished. If you have an idea, you can now be a filmmaker. You can be a storyteller. The entire creative world just got a major power-up. Okay, let's shift gears to our second big update, because this one isn't about you creating something new. This is about how AI is now baked into the platforms you use every single day, quietly, in the background, shaping your decisions. So, check out Amazon's new Help Me Decide feature. This isn't just about showing you bestsellers anymore. It looks at what you've been browsing, say kids' hiking boots and some sleeping bags, and it connects the dots. It figures out, hey, you're planning a family camping trip, and then it recommends the perfect tent. It's basically a personal shopper who knows what you need before you even do.
Then you've got YouTube. They're using AI to give their entire library a massive facelift. You know all those old videos that look like they were filmed on a potato? Well, their super resolution tool finds them, intelligently fills in all the missing pixels, and bam, it's upscaled to Sharp HD or 4K. We're talking millions of videos that just got a major glow up, literally overnight.
And it's not just the huge guys either. Even Yelp is getting in on this. They've got a new menu vision tool. You point your phone's camera at a paper menu, and it shows you pictures of each dish. So cool. And their new assistant can answer any question about a place by instantly reading all the reviews for you. All those little annoying parts of making a decision, they're just disappearing.
So, what's the big takeaway here? It's that AI isn't some separate app you have to go find anymore. It's your new co-pilot, and it's built right into your life. The new rule of the road is this: you have to learn how these tools work because they are already shaping what you see, what you buy, and what you experience. All right, for our third and final story, we need to talk about the money. Seriously. Because the numbers we saw last week are so big, they honestly sound made up. This financial explosion is the fuel for everything we've been talking about, and it is absolutely going to define what work looks like for the next decade. Just look at that number, $5 trillion. That's a 5 with 12 zeros. NVIDIA, the company that makes the computer chips, the brains behind all of this AI, they just became the first company in the history of the world to hit that valuation. And just to give you a sense of how insane that is, NVIDIA is now worth more than the entire economy of Japan. It's worth twice as much as all cryptocurrencies combined. This isn't just a successful tech company anymore, it's an economic force of nature. Their chips are basically the picks and shovels of this new gold rush. So, the big question is, what does a $5 trillion AI company mean for your job? Well, it's a double-edged sword for sure. On one side, yes, automation is happening. The CEO of Salesforce just flat out said they got rid of 4,000 customer service jobs because AI can do it now. But on the other side, a ton of brand new jobs are popping up. Jobs you'd never even heard of a couple of years ago, like AI trainers or ethical AI specialists.
Look, if you ever want to know where the future's really headed, just follow the money. And right now, for the first time in history, more than half of all venture capital funding, all that big investment money, is flowing into AI startups. The smartest investors on the planet are placing a massive bet that this isn't just another tech trend. They're betting this is the next industrial revolution.
And that really leads to the biggest question of all, right? What if this is just like the early days of the internet? A shift that huge? Because if it is, the people and the businesses that figure out how to work with this new technology, they're not just going to get by. They are getting ready to ride one of the biggest waves of change and opportunity in human history.
Okay, let's just do a quick recap of the last 2 weeks, because it's been wild. Sora 2 basically turned anyone with an idea into a video creator. The apps we use every day are now AI-powered assistants, and the AI economy just hit a $5 trillion milestone that's already changing the job market. That's a lot.
So here's the bottom line. The speed of all this, it's only getting faster. Everything we just talked about, all this mind-blowing stuff, is going to seem totally normal, maybe even old news in 6 months. The only real move you can make is to jump in, to learn this stuff, and to adapt. The future really does belong to the people who are paying attention. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. Which of these massive changes is going to hit your life the hardest and the fastest? Is it the creative explosion with tools like Sora, the quiet behind-the-scenes AI helping you decide things, or is it the huge economic shift that's changing jobs? Think about it, because one of them is already at your front door.